sir.
The boys are back.
Boys are back.
It's not show day if you can't get hype.
Mic broken, down bad, needs to be revived.
It's the all day, everyday show
I'm on the studio mic like a little baby.
with all day AJ and Manny Ruffin, partnered with Vendetta Sports Media, presented by Monkey Knife Fight. If you want to play Monkey Knife Fight, head over to monkeyknifefight.com and deposit using code Vendetta. They will match your deposit up to 100%, and that will be up to $100. So like I've been saying, if you deposit $100, they will match that deposit 100%, and you will have $200 in credit to play with. We have a lot to do today. We have another guest on the show. But before we even get into any of that bullshit, I'm sure you've already fucking seen the mic that this man is holding. It is not the best mic in the game because we already lost that best mic in the game.
The best mic in the game broke without any outside force.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so confused. I paid $500 fucking for you. And you break without me touching you, dropping you. We didn't bump, like, distraught.
That's the only thing I don't have words. So here's the thing here. So here we got young Stevie over here.
Like, what is going on? What is going on?
We got young
Disrespect.
Stevie. This is how we're feeling today, everybody. This is what we feel like.
You know what, Alex? How would you feel if I just ripped off the head?
I didn't try to break
What
it.
do you think? What would you do if I ripped off Paul's head? You know, how would you feel?
I'd be upset, but this is a perfect representation. Look at this. This is a perfect representation of what today is, and the past 2 weeks have been. We lost the microphone.
With our heads chopped off.
We're running around with our heads chopped off, okay? I mean, look at this. Bang! So today, as you see the broken head, we're just going to leave him in there. Big Stevie.
Gotta pay homage.
We have another guest today, another gambling guy, and he has a whole sack of balls. I just have to say that. I mean, he wagers a shitload of money, and that's kind of the big reason why we wanted to get him on here, because you have to be somewhat confident on who you're going to bet on or what you're going to bet on if you're wagering that much. I mean, I know maybe some of you guys have seen FanDuel retweeted all this stuff, but it might have been a month and a half ago FanDuel retweeted his picks, and one of them was Tyler Hero to record 10 plus assists, and he put like $877 on that. He's had wagers on the Nets at $5,000. I mean, the dude is just nuts. So we just want to be like, what's your like thought process here? Like, how do you go about making that decision? So we're gonna talk with him about that, and then we're gonna do a little bit on Tampa Bay Lightning and the NHL playoffs with the Canadians. We do want to have a little chat about last night's Phillies debacle with Joe Girardi and Max Scherzer. Mad Max getting a little bit heated from Joe Girardi. We'll get into that a little bit later, and then. What was the other thing we wanted to do?
Daryl Morey's comments.
Oh, yeah, Daryl Morey's comments.
The state of my Sixers, man. Oh, man.
So we'll get into that stuff. We're really looking forward to having this guy in here. But, you know, guys, we're really trying. This is just like a setback for us. We really felt like we were just like pushing and doing all the right things.
So smooth. It was going. The thing is, though, like about like what we do, like there's always like every week there's an obstacle, right? Like you can attest to this. Every week there's been something. Someone's had something late. Someone's had work. It's always something. But this is like the first actual like big roadblock we've had in a while. Where it's like, all right, bro, we might not be able to record. Like
This shit, bro. I feel like we were down 5 in the fourth like this morning.
5 in the fourth. He
we were
says.
down 5 in the fourth with a minute 30 this morning trying to figure out the mic situation. Like,
yeah, it's I mean
this business is not for the faint of heart, man.
No, because I mean, how about we just be full transparent right now? This is the second time we're actually doing this right now. We went to the first, like, let's be full transparent. Why not? Like, let's just show the people let's give them what they deserve, okay? Well, first of all, we're not fucking perfect. I'll leave it right there.
This is take two.
This is take two.
This is the first time we've ever done a second take, though.
Yeah, no, this is the first time we've ever done a second take. We've been so fucking flustered this morning because we thought we were going to get a backup one of these bad boys. Unfortunately, it didn't go in our favor. We're trying to scramble. This guy that we're having on, he's a busy fucking man, so we want to be very cognitive of his time. That's a big word. Go me.
Hey, boy.
But, you know, so we want to be very, on time, on point today. So we're just scrambling to get everything ready. And we get about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes in. We lose 2 of our lights. They shut off. I don't even know, the other mic had some issues, and then I just realized I didn't even fucking hit record on the soundboard, so you guys wouldn't have gotten any audio. So thank God. I was like, damn. So the homie Tyler out there, appreciate you, man. Tyler at Tyler_McGee3. That is our video editor that makes all of this possible.
Some work to do, bro, on this episode.
Yeah, bro. We feel bad for you, man. Another thing I want to shout out before he arrives. What is he saying? Trying again. Let me send him another Zoom. Another thing that I want to highlight is we're having a lot of fun with Tea Party on YouTube. You can check out the latest video, the 4th episode with myself and Sam. Manny couldn't be there, but we did a scramble to see how low we could go. And it's just cool because we're giving you a different type of content. Like I've been saying, we don't have to sit here and do this all the time. We can go out on the course, have a fun ass time, and we can show you not who we really are, but just a different
side of it.
Different side, exactly. So we're having a lot of fun doing that, and we hope that you guys can stick around and check that out as well.
I'm going to let you handle this Zoom link, man, because I got to just do a quick, before he gets in here. Cameron Payne, bro. Are you serious? Payne, CP3's down, COVID protocols, can't play the first 2 games. Payne has to start. He plays 37 minutes, scores 29 points. He's the leading scorer of the game. Scores 29 points, has 9 assists, 0 turnovers in 37 minutes. This is a guy that's bounced around Chicago. Literally, the GM in Chicago said we knew he was not meant for the league, fit out for the play in the league. Goes overseas, G League, bounces from trainer and trainer. Monty finally gives him a shot. Monty and the guys over at Phoenix give him a shot. And he's just taking full advantage of it this year, bro. And, like, those are the stories that when you watch, like, he reminds me, remember Yogi Ferrell a couple years ago, got the 10-day contract, and he kept hooping and kept hooping and kept hooping. It seems like Payne just got his one shot this year, right? Maybe he wasn't even supposed to be the second point guard for Phoenix. Came in the mix, competed in practice. CP probably put him on some game, and kid's flying now, bro. Like, I don't think anyone's stopping this Phoenix team. I can't see, like, it reminds me, there's some seasons, right? You watch some teams and, like, it might not be the favorite team, but a team that you knew was good, and they're just all the way together. Coach is there, front office is there, your star players are there. Like, your star players are getting a broken nose and come back in the game and dogging the other team out. Like, DeAndre Ayton's, like, just that lob. Like, that lob play at the end of the game.
It's also not the first time that happened. Did you see that tweet?
No,
They showed the other one in 2017,
not.
I think.
It's not.
Against the Grizzlies.
And KG did it to the Sixers, too. In, like, 2010, I think it was.
I just think it's wild that
But bro, like, think about this. That play. Jay Crowder's in the corner, bro. In the right corner of the court. They can't necessarily. They have a 7-foot. They have a 7-foot DeMarcus Cousins on him. He's trying to throw the ball at the basket from the corner with the 7-foot DeMarcus Cousins on him. Devin Booker has a broken nose. Sets a body check on Zubac. Jay Crowder throws a perfect pass over the rim. DeAndre Ayton finishes it. Like, it was just a perfect play. You can't draw it up any better. Like I said, like I've been saying all year, Monty Williams deserves more respect. And we can pull up the clip I had in, like,
No, you're right.
I was saying
you said
this.
it.
I
You
was
said
saying
that.
this like early season, bro. Like early season. I think we had a Suns clip. I put a bet on him. But I'm intrigued to see what the Bucks do with the Hawks. I'm not big on the Bucks right now. I was huge on them when I seen they got Drew Holiday. Obviously, when they got rid of Eric Bledsoe, I thought that was like the big piece that was holding them back. Obviously, I was probably wrong. I think Giannis has been playing very well. I just don't know if they have the full team, like, firepower, chemistry to keep up with a team like the Suns. But, well, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. The Suns could always choke. I mean, Clippers have come back from 2 straight 0-2 deficits, but it's a third time.
The thing I wanted to say about the Suns was, as we wait for him to join here, we're having some technical difficulties. There will be a fucking time when we can get these people here in here. There will be a time. Sometime. I mean, just keep waiting, keep trusting. I mean, there's going to be a time where we can have the guest sitting right here. But I do want to say this about the Suns as we wait. Who would have thought that in game 2 at home, second game at home, no CP3, Booker's only putting up 20. I mean, his over-under, I think, was like 33.5 or something. Like, and a lot of people were like, over. And Payne just goes off.
Yeah, well, he had like 16. He had like 16 with like 6:28 in the third before the broken nose. Which is I don't know.
Did you see the picture of it after?
The picture of it, it's not even that for me. Patrick Beverly and PJ Tucker are two guys, they could literally chop your leg off. Patrick Beverly literally bangs Devin Booker's head. He's bleeding. Patrick Beverly's bleeding, and he's walking around. Bro, he's bleeding. You're bleeding too. I thought that shit was, but like even the fact that Devin Booker came back from that and still was hooping. I mean, hit a dagger.
Toughness.
Hit a dagger. Was getting to the rack still. I mean, setting body checks. That shit was crazy, man. D Book, in my opinion, man, because remember Zach. Remember Zach tells me I'm talking about Hollywood 8-0 in the bubble, and oh my god, I'm gonna go on a tangent. Fuck, this is what I wanted to say. Really, did you watch ESPN after the game? Any chance?
Yes, I did.
Why are they giving CP3 credit for everything? Like, bro, like it's no. Listen, I love CP3, bro. I love him.
I'm glad you said that.
Bro, CP3 didn't play the first 2 games. They're sitting. I love Michael Wilbon. That's my guy. But he's sitting there with him and Stephen A. He's like, you know why DeAndre Ayton is just a 28-10 machine? Chris Paul. Do you know why Payne is playing the way he's playing right now? Chris Paul. You know why Devin Booker is playing the way he's playing right now? Has a pretty face. Chris Paul. Get the fuck. Like, bro, like, they went 8-0 in the bubble. Devin Booker was the bubble MVP or should have been. I don't remember.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton was averaging.
They missed the playoffs on that, too.
DeAndre Ayton was averaging 20 and 10. Payne was playing well. Mikal Bridges was playing well. They were just missing the piece in CP3. They were all doing their thing. So, going back to what Zach said about how it's blasphemous that I had Devin Booker high up my
There you go. He brings up Zach.
high up my MVP race. He tells me he comes at me because they lose 1 game to the fucking Lakers without Chris Paul. They don't have Chris Paul for the first 2 games of this series. And it didn't look easy, but it didn't look too hard either besides this game. I mean, I think they were starting to run away with this game before Devin Booker had to deal with his bloody noses and shit. And I mean, Luke Kennard hits a couple of 30-foot bombs, all nothing but net. I mean, I don't think you'll see the Clippers play like that again. I think Devin Booker shows that he could lead a team.
It's funny that's why I said it was actually funny that you brought up the whole Chris Paul thing, because if you're watching the game, the announcers Van Gundy and Breen and all them, they were like, I think it was late in the second quarter, and there might have been between 4. It was probably sub 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, first half, and everyone's playing very sloppy. I mean, bad passes, whatever. Then they get it back. Nobody's scoring. Suns get it back, and Booker tries to make a pass, and he just throws it too late. It hits whoever. I forget who he threw it to, but he hits it like right in the fingertips, goes out of bounds. Turnover on Booker, his fault. They get a TV timeout, and they're talking about it right. You know how they try to, like, the announcers like saying shit right before they go to the commercial. He's like saying, oh, CP3, I think it was Van Gundy that said, he's like, oh, Chris Paul is kicking his TV after that because he runs the floor, whatever. I'm like,
every single chance they could get, Devin Booker, he pulled into the game with a Grand Camino. That might be Chris Paul's Grand Camino. Like, bro, yeah, can a motherfucker get some respect? Like, if I'm on the Suns, it's like, yeah, like, you want to pay homage to your teammate, like you do, like, you mean you're gonna show him love, like you're gonna show him a lot of love. But goddamn, there's a point where I'm just like, can you just say that I'm really good? Can you just say that I improved? Can you just say that I put the work in this summer? Can you say that I put my blood, sweat, and tears on the floor? Can you say that I'm one of the best scorers in the league? Can you say that I'm like goddamn, Chris, I fuck with you heavily, but like they make this whole thing about Chris Paul. I mean, they're hopping on FaceTime without Chris Paul after the game, and they're like Devin Booker showing it to Monty Williams, but they're like zooming in on Chris Paul on FaceTime, like bruh, like.
All right, so here we go. Sorry to cut you off there, but here we go. Finally, we figured it out, these things. El Capitan Thomas Martinez is going to join right here.
Just put some respect on people's name, man.
We go. God damn, we figured it out. Joining.
There he is.
Connecting to audio. Let me fix this view here.
Yes, sir.
Yo, yes, sir. Thank you so much for being here with us today, man. How are you?
Oh, man, we don't got you.
Do we not have him? All right, so we got him now. We're going to figure this out. Who had some technical difficulties, as with a mic that's completely different. What has not happened to us in the past week and a half, 2 weeks? I mean, this is ridiculous. So hopefully this works. We're gonna figure it out right now. Here
Yo,
we
I'm naming the episode right now. The name of this episode is called Roadblocks.
It's called Guys Without Heads. Guys Without Heads.
Yeah. Guys without heads.
Guys Without Heads. Okay, it's connecting to audio. Okay.
We got it.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Come on.
We're good. We made it.
We made it. Thank you so
Capitan.
much, bro. We appreciate
My
you.
guys,
Appreciate your
what's
time.
up,
The
brother?
often imitated, never duplicated. I throw 500 on the team to win by 30 on a Tuesday night. What's good with you, baby? Talk to me. What's good with you?
Hey, man. Everything's good. Everything's good. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no
Nah, for
problem.
sure, man,
This
for
is
sure.
amazing for us too. We were talking before you joined. We were just saying this is where we really wanted to start. The first thing that I really said when we got started was, "Oh, we're having a guest on here. It's a little gambling guy," and I just want to ask him because he has a fucking huge sack of nuts because we're throwing $877 on Tyler Hero to get 10 assists in a
Yeah,
game. I mean,
man.
where do you get the confidence to put this money down? I mean, $5,000 on the Nets. I mean, we've had guys on like Kenny and Jerry that are winning 48 grand, this and this, but we haven't
Yeah.
had somebody that's like, I'm wagering this shitload of money here and there.
Right.
So can you just kind of give us that, where do you get that confidence? Because right now I'm currently struggling and I'm not even putting a lot of money on.
Nah, I just think it's the thorough process that I use. You know, I have a system built. I do a lot of research. It's a lot of work I put in. So it's not really I go into things blind. It's more of, you know, just the research, the thorough research. And when I feel confident on plays, you know, I use like a unit system.
Mhm.
So my units are based, you know, it could be anywhere from $10 to, you know, a $500 base unit. And, you know, you take 3 units to put it on a play, 5 units, you know, things vary like that. So it's all by the confidence you feel in that play, you know. And as far as those bets, you know, those are hit or miss, but they pay off in the long run, you know.
Right.
So it really was just, you know, like sometimes they don't all win. So, you know, it's part of the game. Winning and losing is part of the game. It's really just taking those chances. Like the Nets, the Blake Griffin play.
Yeah,
It was
like
a
what?
plus 5,000 play, you know. But I was up all night looking at like how the Bucks play, how would they play Blake Griffin,
Mhm.
and I tweeted that out at around like 7 a.m. It's because
Damn.
I was up all night. I didn't go to sleep. I had to research for that game. I had to, you know, get things together for that game. So, you know, it's just the factors that you look at and look what happened. Blake Griffin had all those open shots and, you know, it worked out in our favor.
Bro, I want to apologize first because my partner came in right with the hot question, bro. Because we're literally fans. Like we're literally fans.
Yeah.
We watch
Shut up, bro.
we watch your bets. We send them to each other. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But for our viewers that don't know who you are, can you just give us a quick background of who you are, what you do? You know what I'm saying?
I had to start there, bro. Come on.
No, I feel you.
Nah,
I feel you.
I completely respect
I
it.
feel you.
My actual name is Thomas Martinez. My handle is El Capitan Bets.
Fire.
Just fire.
Yeah, I got that name a long time ago.
That's
because
an
I started
Xbox name.
using
Sounds like an
my
Xbox name.
Nah, it was my Twitter handle from about like 7 years ago.
Oh, all right. Oh, all
You
right.
know, so, but yeah, I'm a sports handicapper. You know, I just try to help out everybody. I do have a VIP, so you know, a lot of people don't like those things. You know,
Nah,
where
plug your shit. Plug your shit.
yeah, you know.
Plug your
Nah,
shit.
it's the same. It's the same. The handle. I'm just saying that, you know, people about paying for picks and
Right.
things
Right.
like that, paying for insight. A lot of people don't like those things, you know.
But-
But I give out the free game too to everybody. I try to help everybody in the gambling community,
Mhm.
you know, because I'm really cool with Jerry, Kenny. Like those are my guys. So, you know, try to help everybody out. But that's about it though.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like I think also with the paying stuff that kind of like hits me differently because it's like I think those people that bitch about the money and hear like all that kind of stuff don't really realize the research and the time that all goes into
Yeah, no
what you
one
guys
really
are doing.
understands that.
So they're just like, oh, I have to pay for picks, but like,
Yeah.
but then they see your Twitter and it's like, you know, 1,000 here,
Make it
1,000
back
there.
in the day. Yeah, like, you know. So I mean, it happens. I get a lot of slander, a lot of those things. You know, those people you just gotta block and
Show
just
me your
move on.
fucking bank account.
It happens.
No
Yeah,
cap.
like, you know, people. Yeah, it happens all the time. I'm used to it by now. In the beginning, it took a little bit of getting used to, which like the
Right.
Twitter beef and all those things. I
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
don't participate in any of that stuff
Yep.
anymore.
So I
Before I used to entertain it, but now.
so I saw you after the Sixers lost. I saw you tweeting about the Sixers. Are you a Philadelphia sports fan? Is that what I'm getting from
Oh
that,
man.
or
Yeah,
just
No,
he's
or
gotta
did you just
chill.
bet on it
He's
and
gotta chill.
I'm not, but it was Ben Simmons for me. It wasn't the Sixers. I'm really not mad about the Sixers losing, but it's Ben Simmons, man. I think we all saw the jokes. We all saw how he played. It was just
Alex, I was in a
it
good
was
mood, bro. I was in a good mood.
no? I thought from he was tweeting, I thought he was a Philly
Okay,
fan.
all
I
right.
just
No,
had to
fair enough,
ask
fair
you.
enough,
I
fair
just had to
enough,
ask
fair
you.
Nah,
enough.
I'm not a Philly
Fair
fan.
enough.
No.
Yeah, good on
Def-
you, man. Good on you.
I'm around the area, but I'm not a Philly fan. I live in Jersey, but I'm a
You're,
Thunder fan, so it's not much better. But
oh shit. So
So-
you're probably one of them dudes that you were fucking with the Thunder when KD got there, KD Harden and them.
yeah, a long time
And
ago.
now,
Like I'm a diehard Russell Westbrook fan. That's my favorite player to the death. So
okay.
I'm used to defending slander.
Yeah, right. Nah.
I'm used to
I hear a lot of
I'm used
I
to
hear a lot of
defending it.
bullshit about Russ,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Russ fans. I hear a lot of
I'm
bullshit
used
about Russ
to it.
fans.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
But the next question I had is like, so obviously you don't just come off starting betting $500. So like, is there
not.
like a story, kind of maybe you started like at a modest beginning and built your way up? Like, kind of tell that story for the viewers at home.
100%. So I would say around 4 years ago, I started betting on sports. It wasn't legal yet in Jersey. Don't tell anybody that. But I started betting on sports. At like a barber shop.
Mm-hmm.
Someone showed me how to do it. You could put a ticket in. You go to the little computer and a key in your bets, kind of like the offshore sites were before.
Yep.
Gambling got legal. So yeah, I was betting like $10, like little parlays. I didn't even know they were called parlays at the time. I didn't know. I really didn't know. I was just throwing in money lines. I was picking teams that I thought would win. That's really how it started.
Mm-hmm.
Like the person told me they were like, you could bet on teams. So I went there, I put in teams, I paid $10, and it became a fascination because I'm an athlete. So like watching sports was always normal for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like all those things were normal. I always watched sports my whole life. So I was like, wait, like after, a year of doing it and not really taking it serious, I was like, I'm seeing guys, I think I saw like it's a whole bunch of handicappers, like the Vegas guys, like the big guys. I'm thinking like, wait a second. You could really like make a
Clear
career
some
off
money.
of this.
Yep.
Yeah, like this could really be something serious. Because in the beginning, a lot of people they do it was like more of a hobby. It's still a hobby for me. It's still fun for me, but I didn't take it seriously at all. What I really did was I just was betting, just hoping that, I could win like $200 off $10, things like that.
Yeah.
And it was cool though. Like it was really cool. I was still working a 9 to 5, so all that was cool. And then betting got legal on FanDuel. I was still starting small, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was really bad at this when I first started. I was not good at this. And I know a lot of people go through those struggles when they first start and they see themselves down and they never want to see a betting app again.
Right.
So I completely understand that. I was down a lot, so it took a while to build this up. And once you start small, that's how you should start. I tell everyone to start small and then you build a bankroll. Like once you get a good win, you manage your funds. And it was just more about when I first started, I would bet maybe I'd win 300 and then I bet that whole 300 again the
Yup.
next day, you know? So it's those things in the beginning that, the rookie things that you got to overcome. And that's really what it was for me. Just learning how to manage a bankroll and not winning 300, betting 275 the next day.
Right,
And now you
right.
have 20, things
Mhm.
like that, just managing yourself. And like I said, I wasn't good at it in the beginning. It took me about a year and a half to really call myself like good at what I do.
Right.
But yeah, it took a long time though. I definitely started out small.
Well, you kind of started going down the path I wanted to go next, and you mentioned kind of like a 9 to 5 and still kind of working that. So I know when we were getting in touch about getting you on here, talking about meetings, this, meetings, that. So are you still working a full-time job? And if so, do you have a plan to, get out of that path and kind of do this full time?
I actually was able to quit my job in
Let's
January.
go, man.
In January.
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, I
Don't
was able
stop
to quit my
playing.
job in January.
Don't stop playing.
And the thing about it is that it's a misconception, you know, people think that, oh, because I had that run of like a month. That's probably when you guys heard about me.
Yeah.
I had that run of a month and everyone's like, "Oh, you started charging after that." That's false. I've been doing this for over a year and a half now, you know. So,
Damn.
but I'm humble about it, and it wasn't, you know, I just didn't bring things to Twitter because I knew what would come with it, and I
Right.
wasn't ready for that yet.
Right.
I was always operating on Instagram, so like if you follow my
Oh,
Instagram, you see
okay.
wins from like, you know, a long time ago, like the Tyler Hero, the
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson was in the bubble. Like I had a really big win on him. But yeah, I was able to quit my job in January and really take
Let's
this
go,
seriously.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, because it's just like for me, right? Because obviously, like you said, you quit your job in January too. Like you were saying, like, dude, I played sports my whole life. Like I played sports since I was 5 years old. Didn't stop playing until I was 20.
Yeah.
So
Same.
sports has always been a part of my life. Like, and you said that too. And then watching it, obviously,
And from my perspective, like my whole life, just talking about it, debating it, literally in school every single day. So it gets to a point where it's like, bro, I need to find a way to like do this, like for real, for real. So like
Yeah.
it's real cool. Like
when I see other people realize, like, all right, what am I passionate about? And then if I'm good at something that I'm also passionate about, like, and chase that shit, bro, and end up getting it, like that, you get a lot of respect from me, bro, because what people don't realize is there's probably been a lot of nights where you've probably lost some bets and you're just sitting there on your bed, like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
a fact.
kind of talk about the ups and downs and ebbs and flows and how you have to keep your head level and chase that dream.
So now it's a little different. Well, actually, ever since I started becoming a handicapper, it's a little different. Like my prices aren't like Vegas Dave and like things like
Oh
that.
my
It's not like too pricey. You know, I still try to
Yeah.
help people out. I still give out free game. I cashed a couple free plays this week for everybody. You know, a couple big wins.
Mhm.
But I just try to stay humble with everything. That's the main part about like how I operate.
Humble
I try to
beast.
stay humble. Yeah, you know. But
It's the
nah, I
best
just try to
G-Herbo
stay
album ever.
humble. Yeah, but it's just on the tough nights, you know, when you have it's different when you have so many people counting on you. When you
Yeah.
lose by yourself, it's a little different. It feels a little different. But when you have 8,000 followers
Yeah.
and
Shit.
you know 5,000 of those people are probably tailing your bets,
People are DMing
it's
you
like,
during the game.
yeah, like man, he needs to do something. I'm like, man, I wish I could go tell him that.
Right, I
You know,
can't
I
tell
wish
him,
I could
bro.
go tell him. I wish I could do something about
I'm in the crib too. What you want me
yeah,
to do?
yeah. Like I'm thinking the same thing. So it's those type of things, you know, where it's like I have all these people counting on me, and it's just about like me. I've always been a perfectionist, you know, and that's a
Mhm.
gift and a flaw as well.
Mhm.
So you know, it could kind of hit me hard. Like the days I have losing days, I lose sleep because I'm thinking tomorrow got to be way better.
Right.
You know, I got to do better, not just for me, but for everyone else.
Mhm.
You know, I got a lot of people counting on me, whether it's a paid play, a public play, whatever it is. I got to do better. I got to be better.
Mhm.
So, you know, you just put the extra time in. But the losing days really make you feel like, and then, you know, of course, the people like, oh, you suck, terrible.
Right.
I,
Yo,
I
my thing is-
hate
Those guys
you.
are waiting for you to
I,
get it now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
Me and my boys used to do this though. I know you get it from people who follow you, or your fans, whatever. But me and my boys will have a
Yeah.
group chat, right? And like I'll give them out a play, and I'll be like, "Yo,
Uh-huh.
take Mets money line." The Mets will be down like
Yeah.
3-0 in the third inning. Bro, you're a fucking idiot. I thought I should have knew.
Yeah.
What the fuck? The ninth
Yeah,
inning,
bro.
our bet hits, and everyone's like, "Yeah, bro, I knew it.
Yeah.
Never in doubt, never in doubt." You know,
Yeah.
never.
Like, do you
And
get
I
that a lot in
told-
the DMs?
Yeah, I told my friends when I did this, I'm like, the thing I always say is they love you, they hate you, then they love you again.
Right.
It's
Facts.
just because it's like
Put it on a
tough days,
t-shirt.
you know, I've got
Put that on a t-shirt.
that's really how it works. And it's like, you know, certain days where, you know, I'm the GOAT to everybody.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
loves
Say it
me, you know,
again.
I'm the GOAT.
Say it
And then the next day I have people in my DMs like threatening me and saying all this stuff. I'm like, you know what? It's cool.
Right.
I understand. I can't win every day.
Right.
And and I'm transparent. I tell everyone, you know, you're not gonna win every day. you wouldn't be human. It wouldn't be realistic if you just won every single day.
Exactly.
Because it's things that's out of our control. It's a lot of things I look at and I'm like, that didn't make any sense, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what people probably think when they play some of my plays. Like, why would I do this?
Bro,
you know?
why would
Like the win
why would I
margin.
ever in my life bet Kyle Kuzma to have 10 assists? Well, I saw you posting it, and I'm sitting there in the crib. I'm like,
Yeah.
This is what he's doing tonight. I'm like, you feel me? 'Cause I'm seeing you winning. I'm
Nah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, do I hop in on this? I'm like, nah, he's fucking crazy for this one. Next thing you know, you posting later in the night, green.
It happens. Yeah, like the Blake Griffin play, plus 5,000. Blake Griffin 15 points. They're like, Blake Griffin doesn't score.
Bro.
He hasn't been scoring. He just out there. No one expected him to do that in the playoffs.
When you bet the Sixers to win by 26-30, that's like immediately after the game where we looked horrible. So like,
Yeah,
I think we won the game, but I think they took us to the wire. I think that's what it was. I think we won the game, but they took us to the wire. And you put that play out, and I'm like, yo, this dude is out of his fucking. And it's not like you put 50, 25. You put 500 on it.
and
Like,
that was.
there's gotta be-
I gotta give that one to my
I
cousin.
need to-
though. He told me to bet. He told me to bet that amount. I was not gonna bet that amount.
Oh, that
I'll be
was the story.
completely honest
You did
with
put in the tweet. You did put in the tweet. Yeah.
I
So
was gonna
what's-
bet the
yeah, what's the
play,
story on
but
that?
I'm like, how? I was just like, I'm about to put something small on this. I'm gonna just. It was like, what? Like, let's go for it. Like, go for it all. If you got that feeling, go for it. I'm like, all right, you got it. So I was like, all right, I'll do
man.
it. But I definitely would have put somewhere between like 50 to 100 on that play.
Right.
But he was like, nah, go for it. And I bet the 26-30 and 31 plus, and I was able to hedge the 31 plus.
So smart.
So I didn't even lose that bet. I won $6K on that at halftime because they were up, and then the other
He said I was up
was in, and
6K
they
at
ended up
halftime.
winning. Yeah, it was just like I guess it was our day. And he wanted to take credit. He wanted me to tweet out about him. I gave him his credit
Did you break him off a little something?
Of course, I gave him half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gave him half.
Okay.
Because imagine if I would have put 50, it would have been nowhere close. To
Oh,
that.
not even
Right,
close.
right.
Yeah.
So I had to. I had to. It was only right.
I just
He
think
still talks about it, but
Probably every time y'all with
Yeah, yeah.
y'all go out, yo man, I hit this bet for him 60.
Yeah.
I think it's just crazy. Maybe like I've just not taken for granted, but just maybe not understood fully. Kenny, Jerry, yourself, all that you guys do. Like, so if somebody asks you, I know we kind of maybe touched on this in the beginning of how you got into this, but if somebody asks you, what do you do? I mean, full-time job's gone now. What do you do? Like, what do you, besides sports handicapper, like, what do you tell them? Just because it's like, oh, like you're literally wagering money for a living. Like, this is what you do. You bet money for a living, and obviously you do plenty of other things, but with the whole website that you're doing and streaming and this and this and this, but you're wagering money. So like, what do you tell those people that are like, how the hell are you just gonna, gambling, all the myths of gambling, you get in a dark hole, in a deep hole, and then you're gonna be on the side of the road, homeless, without whatever, this and this, you know what I mean? So what do you kind of like say about that when people kind of ask that question?
Nah, it's completely understandable. So the thing about handicappers, people do buy into you. People do invest in you. So, I mean, I could make a living off that money. So I was able to build a big enough like fan base and a big enough trust. So like after winning all these people money, they buy in. So like I said, I do bet all my plays, and that's the one thing that's different with me is that if I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna win and lose with you. I'm not just gonna give you plays and not put them in myself. We're gonna all win and lose together. So I would just say, I'm a hooper, so like I'm really not a basketball player. I'm a baseball player, but I'm always hooping. So what I do on my free time, I started up Twitch. I'm trying to get a partnership there. I have a lot of investments. I do a lot of investing, like stocks, crypto.
Love
things like
that, dude. Let's go.
So I'm just trying to manage everything wisely.
So
No,
funny
no,
you
I'm
said the
not.
stock crypto thing. My fault, bro. I hate to cut you off.
No,
Um,
no doubt.
Like when you hit huge on Luca, I saw like literally.
Now looking back on it, it's what happened with Doge. Luka gets in the playoffs. He starts snapping. People are noticing he's snapping. You have the balls to just put the money on it right away. Like, oh, he's hot. All right, let's get him. Let's get him now. Then you saw like game 6, game 7. I think game 7 he did play well, but game 6 he struggled. And that was one night where everyone was hammering Luka props. Like everyone had Luka 35 plus, everyone had Luka 40 plus. Like kind of like speak on like, because when you're a professional handicapper, I feel like you know how they had the saying "fade the public," right?
Yep.
So like,
that's true.
I hit one bet during March Madness. It was Oral Roberts. Who are they?
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about. Essentially, the ticket.
Yeah.
I put like 300 on Oral Roberts, and they won. And I'm seeing everyone tweet about. I think, who they play? Oh, god damn it! But everyone's tweeting about the other team. Like you see other cappers putting on like first hash of this team and money line this for the parlay. You see all Twitter ticket, everything else, and I'm just sitting there about Oral Roberts ticket. Like these motherfuckers don't know. Like so, can you kind of speak on that sometimes? Where like you trying to maybe like. You get in on Tyler Hero, 10 assists, and then the next couple nights you see people want to bet Tyler Hero now. And it's like, nah, it doesn't work that way. Like you got to kind of get in and get out.
So, what that thing is, it's all about, I would say, matchups and adjustments. So in the playoffs, you get to see these teams play each other back to back to back to back. So part of my whole like research thing is watching games over again. Like the game last night, I probably watched that game 3 times by now. So it's just about, it's different things you don't realize in game. So in the regular season, it's a little different because they're playing different teams every single day. In the playoffs, you could kind of key in on these matchups. So you watch a game one night, you watching for your ticket. You seeing if he's doing this, if he's doing this, but you're not really realizing all these matchups, why he's not doing that, why he's not doing this. How easy is it for like this pick and roll, these rebounds? Is he out on the shooters? Things like that. So I watch these games, multiple times just to kind of get things down. And I always tell people in the playoffs, once something happens, these teams are gonna adjust. Like Devin Booker, he's putting up 40. They started sending double teams at him. But I knew since Chris Paul wasn't there, I put out the Devin Booker play to assist. But he was one short of the really, really, really big one. He had 11. But it's just like those things you got to kind of know. You got to kind of do your research and see. Like the Clippers, they're going to adjust. They're going to send 2 at him. They're not going to let you keep score. They're not going to let you keep dropping 40 on them every game. So if game 1, he has 40, game 2 is going to be hard to expect that because you got to expect them to key in on him. So, maybe if he dropped 40 the first game, then key in on his assist props because they're going to force the ball out of his hands. And a great part of research is looking up what these coaches say in pregame interviews. That's really, really big because they tell you they kind of like give their game plans away. So before game 1, Monty Williams said that he liked Devin Booker at the point, but Cameron Payne is their point guard. So everyone, they're thinking, oh, Chris Paul out, Cameron Payne's assists, like hammer that right away. Just off the strength of like, oh, Chris Paul being out, he usually is the one dishing the ball. Cameron Payne is coming in, But before the game, Monty Williams said, I like Devin Booker as our point guard with Chris Paul out. And Devin Booker's not a point guard. And he's very capable of like, distributing. So you look at what he did when Chris Paul was out during the season. It was like 2 games. It was a small sample size. But when you know that the coach is going to run plays for him at the point guard, then it's just a matter of what do you want to do with
that information. Genius play right there.
And I was gonna say, like, this is what separates the
I'm right
average from the
right
good to the great. Because even me, like, when I gamble, I think I'm a little above average. I'm not very good, but like you've seen some of the tickets I hit. It's like it's different tickets. I'm not horrible. I'm not great at all. And I'll be researching for a little bit, like maybe like an hour or 2, and that's just me chilling because I love sports. And then you go to someone that's professional at it, and you're watching the game 3 times.
Yeah, that's
and it's kind of I get the same thing with the podcast because it's like, okay, everyone wants to hop on a podcast, and everyone wants to be a professional gambler, but no one wants to watch the game twice. No one wants to watch the out-of-market game that no one else is paying attention to at 10:30 at night. No one else wants to read 5 ESPN articles on one team so you can get this one stat right. No one wants to fact check. No one, so it's all the things that people, bro, I would love to be in your position, bro. What you do is so cool. But is it really that cool though? Like last night I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out a mic situation. My eyes are literally closing in my chair. We
got our nice mics broken. We're using some other, like, it's crazy.
So I mean,
that's the thing. it's the behind the scenes that no one
Mm-hmm.
sees. The stressful part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very stressful. You know, like going on a cold streak, those happen to everybody. I've been on a cold streak myself. So imagine, I have 900 people in my Telegram chat. Imagine being in my imagine, paying for my plays and I go on a cold streak. It's like this guy sucks. I don't know why I did this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's stressful because it's like, I got these people counting on me, you know.
Right.
But it's just I told them, it's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them that all the time. A lot of people see these big wins and they thinking, you know what? I need that. Like tonight, like I had people hitting me up saying, I need 1K tonight. I'm just like, I wish it
bro,
worked like that. I wish it worked like
just have $10
if you only
nights.
understood the messages I get, you wouldn't even believe it, you know? But I'm used to it by now. It's like I need 1K tonight. I need 3K tonight. Give me something to put 5,000 on. Like I had DMs like that
Oh my
from like people.
God.
So it's just like it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. Like I went on a cold streak before. I know how it feels. Like last week I was struggling a little bit. It was like a up and down. Like one day it was great, the next day it was bad, the next day, you know. So it happens, and that's the thing about it. That's the thing I don't want confused is that I win every day.
Uh-huh.
I only win. I don't want that confused because when I lose, I post about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm very vocal about it. You know, I
Oh
just
yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
better
You
the
be,
next day.
you be coming at players next if they dry
Yeah,
you
nah,
out,
nah. It was
bro.
just Ben Simmons. It was just Ben Simmons. It was just Ben Simmons. I and the thing is, I like Ben Simmons. That's the crazy thing about it. But it was just, I don't know. I can't accept that if you don't try. I can accept, if you're going out
Alex,
there and you
I don't know
take
if I have
20
permission,
shots, but
but you can go in on Ben because we can have a little. I need therapy, so if you want to go in on Ben, bro, I'll
you're a
follow.
Sixers fan.
Oh my God, die hard to the
He's
bone.
I'm all New York fan and he's all Philly fan.
Yeah,
Look
bro,
at his face. Look at his face.
I don't even. I feel bad for you. Just
I
it's
gotta
pain
face
for
him.
years. It's not even a new pain. It's just something that
Oh,
you're used to at this point.
Bro,
but
you
I
should
get it though, bro.
You should have heard me. We had an interview with this guy. Are you familiar with WIP?
Nah.
This guy's on. He's on Sports WIP.
It's a Philly network, and we're talking,
Mhm.
and we're like, I'm like, dude, I know this seems like the squad. We got the one seed. I know Doc's here, but I can't just see this season ending in a 9 letter word that starts with H ends with K, and it's heartbreak. I knew it coming into the season.
Yeah,
I
we
called
should
it
clip
before.
that, bro.
I called it before the playoffs, and you go back to last year, like we get swept by the Celtics, and people were like, "Oh, Ben's hurt, Ben's hurt." But if Ben's healthy, we maybe take him to 6, maybe. But they kick our ass. They're better. Take the year before, we're one shot away from the Eastern Conference Finals, and that's the team that won the finals.
Pain.
I'm used to it, and the thing is about being a Phillies fan, it just happens in a row. Like the Sixers will blow it. We'll go to the Phillies.
Yeah.
They'll just be fucking ass. Then we'll have the Eagles, and my quarterback gonna take his high horse to Indy. Then we just circle back to the Sixers. Then we choke again.
Yeah.
Like being a Philly fan is not
It's a lot of pain.
It's a lot.
A lot of pain.
It's a lot.
Betting
of
on
pain.
them is pain too.
Oh, why you do that?
But the Sixers won me some money this year.
Did
though.
they?
Like,
Oh no,
and,
they had
and,
to.
and yeah, the win margin bet, that was the Sixers.
Yeah.
So, and they were playing my guy. They were playing Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
They were
that's
playing the
true.
Wizards. I went to the game and I watched Ben Simmons do that BS live in person
It hurts. It hurts to see
against the
it.
Wizards, and I still was like, you know what? I think this guy is really gonna make a statement in Game 7. This is the biggest game of his career. He goes to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mhm.
He could shut everybody up,
Mhm.
like stop all the talk, and
My
I
question
just-
with Ben Simmons is how the fuck do you pay him 140 million and he still has they don't even know what his dominant shooting hand is? Okay, I love it. I love
it's
it.
okay because in the summer you're gonna see him shooting half court shots.
Bro,
too.
I
You're
hate.
gonna see him shooting
I don't want to see a
fadeaways.
single
You're
mixtape
gonna see-
video.
Me either,
I don't
bro.
want to see
Me
one.
either, bro.
I don't
said
want
I'm
to see
blocking the
one.
account that tweets it.
No, I'm
He
muting
said,
it.
I
I'm
gotta
muting
block
it.
the account
I'm
He
that
said
muting
he's
it.
tweets
blocking
yeah.
it.
I'm muting
Yeah.
the words
I
Ben
don't wanna
Simmons
see
workout.
it.
I'm muting them
I don't
right
wanna
now.
see it. Yep. I told everyone I'm muting Ben and Simmons. I don't want to. I don't want to see. You know how many memes I've been added in since? It was because earlier in the day we had a great play in the early game, so they're like, "I need another play for tonight." I'm like, you know what? We
Ben
rocking with Ben
Simmons.
Simmons. I'm like, listen, I know people were making fun of me before. They were laughing at me. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be funny when Ben Simmons.
Yeah, you're
go
gonna shut
off.
him up. You're gonna shut him up just like Ben
I'm trying
Simmons
to
gonna shut him up.
everybody too. So now I'm just sitting there like Ben Simmons at that point. I'm just sitting there like they're like you got us. I'm like Ben Simmons got me. They was like you got us. But I told them I'm like, you know what, tail at your own risk. Like This play,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go big on. I told them from the jump. It's just something I had no. It wasn't like I told them I was like it wasn't like I did research here. It was just pure instinct. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
have any
Gut
numbers
feeling.
to back it up. I'm like I'm going with my gut because if I don't and Ben Simmons drops
You be
25 tonight,
fucking
I'm
You
gonna
could be
be
sick.
kicking
pissed.
myself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I
Did
was like I'm gonna take the heat.
you
If he
actually
does go off, I'm gonna take the heat.
you actually went there? Wait, just a few more questions, and we'll let
I
you
know good
go.
brother.
You kind of went there. I didn't even think I wanted to go to this kind of point, but you said I'd be kicking myself if I didn't take it. If you have those instincts, or if you do the research, is there a point where you're like on the fence about taking it, and then you don't take it and it happens? Does that happen a good amount? And if so, how do you kind of cope with that, where you're like, because sometimes when that happens, I'm
Oh
like
man.
throwing shit at the wall, I'm kicking myself, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you're down this much, and then you could have taken that, it would have saved your whole ass, like just shit like that.
Um, more than I would like it to. I'll say that right now. But those I keep to myself. I
Right.
don't because you tell people, man, I was about to do that,
Right. Oh yeah.
and it
Yeah, I
No,
happened.
hate
you
it.
Like,
would. No,
no,
you
you
would.
weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't about to do that. So it happens a lot. It happens a lot. It's just that's why I tell everyone, don't second guess yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you come up with something and like when you do your research, kind of go with your gut instinct. You got to use that as well. Because if you know the sport you're doing, then it's a lot of things that sometimes you don't even need research for.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just know. And I tell people that it's okay. It's okay to not have numbers to back it up. Everything that these like handicappers give, they don't always have numbers to back it up. At mostly everything, I would say like 98% of the stuff I do have numbers to back it up because I run things through a system. I use like action network tools. So like I put my variables like algorithm trends, all of that, I put that in the system and it gives me numbers. So I don't know, for example, like if it gives me like a 7.8 for assists and like their assist number is at like 6.5 for the night or like 5.5. I'm taking the over there.
Mm-hmm.
But I get a lot of overplays, but then it comes down to me after the numbers, it comes down to me,
Oh
my
yeah.
research and what I
Totally.
did because I can't give out 10 plays every night. It just doesn't work. It doesn't even make you like valuable at that point because
Mm-hmm.
anybody could throw in 10 plays and win half of them or
Right.
6 out
And
of
say I
10 of them.
profited.
Yeah, yeah, that's and say, yeah, I profited. That's not valuable. So
Right.
I'm trying to narrow down 1 to 2 gems every single night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't just bet big plus money plays. That's another misconception that a lot of people had. I don't just go out and bet plus 1220, plus 900. That's the wrong way to do that. Those are plays that, you sprinkle on, you throw a little value money on, but it's really like the minus 100, the plus 100, maybe you get a plus 100 plays, minus 150, things like that. Those are the plays that you like people say you hammer or like things you really focus on. I don't bet big plus money plays all the time. That's not how I do things. That's not the plays I give out.
Yep.
I always give people the regular bet and I say if you want to get risky and you want to like throw a little something small on that to win big, then that's what you do. But that's at everyone's own risk, because that's not, it's just the fun part of betting. And everybody wants to bet $5 and win 250 or
Right.
three
Right.
Right.
hundred. Like that's the fun part about this. So I don't like to take the fun away and tell people, just straight bet because some people bet parlays, 8 to 10 leg parlays. That's just not my style. That's not how I profited. So how would I look, telling people, oh, you should bet these 8 players, and I know I'm not doing that myself. I know that's not how I got here, and most of these people want to follow me, like trying to get to where I got. So I just got to give it how I got it.
Facts.
Right.
You know. So
Um. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because when we talk to, Kenny and Jerry and now yourself,
I saw the episode. That was when you guys had the curse, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said it
yeah,
was the
yeah. They
curse.
did. They named the curse after us.
because
I
Is it
wasn't
broken?
even. They didn't even know who I was at that point. I was winning for a month straight, and I remember seeing their tweets, and they were just like, um, no one was winning. It was crazy.
Yeah,
It was a
bro.
stretch where no one in the gambling community was winning, but I
what they
was. So
said.
I'm like, I'm not about to,
I'm not buying into
be
that
that
shit.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not about to post 15K in winnings and then
Ah,
everyone's struggling. I'm like,
Well,
you
you
know
know
what?
what's funny though, because during that episode, Kenny did say, "I hope there's somebody out there that is winning."
Yeah,
So
facts.
I mean, that's just the guy that Kenny
Yeah.
is. He's like,
Yeah,
"Somebody get their
yeah.
bag, please, because I fucking can't."
Yeah, no, those are my guys. Like they're great guys, and it's just like them. They were the first people, they were like, "Yo, what is up with you?" Like I did a like an interview, like a article with Dimers, and
That's what's up, bro.
I
Holy
Gary
shit.
did that too.
I wasn't putting. Okay, so they asked me like how much I won in like the last month. I didn't know that that was gonna be the headline of the
Oh,
article, but the
shit.
headline was like,
wow.
"Dude who won 78K," and I'm like, so I got people hitting me up like, "Yo, this."
I mean, it's
was
all
like,
clout there. Now you got more buyers into the community and the Telegram and all this and that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
for
but
sure.
you
But then
get-
people are like,
you gotta
"Oh, so
feel
you gotta
like-
charge us? You just won all this?" It
Exactly,
was like some dude said,
exactly.
"Oh, because there was one night I didn't. I was like, I was talking about stuff. Dude was like, "Oh, you could wipe your tears with those $100 bills." Like that was one of the like things they were telling me.
Like, bro, I got bills. Like, chill out. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's a fact. I'm saying, man. I'm
I
like,
got bills, bro.
I'm like, at this point, they think I don't live like everyone else.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, you got that money, son." They're thinking it's just sitting there like I'm going to splurge. Like, bro, I got things to pay for.
Right. They think
too.
you with
Right.
magic, just throwing ones and shit. Look like
Yeah,
you're taking. No, that's not what
man.
I'm
So,
doing. That's not what
it's
I'm
the
doing.
misconception, but it's a lot of things, that everyone thinks, people are against what I do, like charging people for plays. But the thing was, I was doing this a year and a half ago. It's not like a couple people, like things they do is you win big one time and then you start charging people from
Exactly.
there on.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, I've been doing this on Instagram for a year and a half. It started very small, and I built that platform. So I'm proud of what I do
Mhm.
because I built it out from like having one subscriber, two people that was like buying into my plays.
Mhm.
So people don't understand that. So like I'm proud of the platform I have. It's not just manipulation or like scamming. Like it was a dude that got caught for scamming. People were questioning me. It's just a lot of things in the gambling community.
Gambling community is
It's
crazy,
not the
bro.
best. It's not the
funny
best
because I've
community to
been
be in.
Alex knows, but I started gambling really young. Like I started gambling at probably like 15, sophomore year of high school. So I was
Yeah.
cool. I knew about like the gambling. Like the dude, the right side 32.
Yeah.
I've known right side since I was like 14, 15 years old. And I just
There was always a bunch like people like Will Capper, NJ Capper, all those guys. Like,
yeah,
all those guys. There's always something in the gambling community, and it's like that's why I really fuck with guys like Jerry, Kenny, you, like drama free, all love. I'm sharing a lot of free plays. I have a paid subscription that you can get, but it's not like $500. It's affordable. It's
Yeah.
nothing out of pocket. So like seeing guys like you like really put a good light on the gambling community, and that's why we keep bringing guys like you and Jerry and Kenny on, because it's like, no, look at these guys, good guys,
Right.
trying to help you.
Right.
Do just like you just left your 9 to 5. Like, congratulations again, bro, because that's a huge
I
accomplishment. but
appreciate that.
You
man,
just left
for
your
real.
9 to 5. Like, I still work, Alex still works. So it's like bringing guys that people can relate to that are really good people is something that we value a lot. Just like we're a fan of you, bro. We're literally a fan of you. We interviewed
I
Jerry, we
appreciate
interviewed
that,
Kenny, and we
man.
see you like hitting these bets, and me and Alex are talking about like, dude, you see this fucking guy? Like, yeah, I see him. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
And the other thing that I was gonna say about the whole thing with Kenny and Jerry and yourself is like, we're also learning a shitload from these guys
bro, I was
on
gonna-
how to fucking bet
I was gonna
correctly.
tell Alex, I'm like, bro, I'm thinking of an idea, like maybe me and you try to start taking it. You feel me?
Nah, and that's what I'm saying. That's how it starts.
Mm-hmm.
It all starts with like wanting it.
Right.
Wanting to put the hard work in. Like you like, oh, I see these guys
Facts.
doing that. I'm telling everyone like, you can do it, but a lot of people just won't put the work in.
Right.
And that's when I told, like, there's guys that tell me, oh, everybody had those plays tonight. That's nothing special. I'm like, I don't see it. I mean, if everyone could do it, then everyone would,
Right.
Exactly.
100%.
And I tell people that. And it's not even the fact that they're incapable, because anybody could do like the research and things like that. But having prior background knowledge of sports is very
It's
very
huge.
key.
It's huge.
And you could tell a lot of people haven't played sports before,
Right.
or just haven't watched sports from a young age.
Right.
Yeah.
So they see things and they're like, "Oh, you suck. You should have known that wasn't gonna happen." should know that wasn't gonna happen.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's just some things like injuries, like bench, like foul trouble. You can't control those things.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, but I like I tell people, when you first start, it's all about the idea. It's all about how you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And once you like focus in and key in on it, it's nothing gonna stop you. Like you guys could start today and just really start jotting down stuff, start like how you want to do your research, how you want to do your plays, like the type of angles you want to take, and that's it. And that's the thing, it's just the angles. Like some people bet, everyone bets differently. It's not that's the beauty of it, is just everyone bets differently. So it's just like you key in on what's your specialty and what you do and stay true to your system, and it's like sky's the limit. And I
Sky's the
learned that
limit.
myself.
Right.
I learned that myself. So it's like, and everyone's like, "Oh, you profited 220K in
It's
two
crazy,
months,
bro.
like in the
Fucking
NBA
crazy.
season." And I'm like, it's just sticking to my process. That's it.
Right.
And I was just like, everyone's like, "Oh, it's just client money that's paying." I'm like, that's why I tweeted out like my winnings. I'm like, bro, I could be fine if I just never did client commission
Right.
anything,
Yeah.
just off my wins alone,
Mm-hmm.
just like my FanDuel profit alone, I could be fine. And like I said, I started down bad. It was that's why I tell people all the
If
time,
you
when you're
don't mind
down
sharing,
bad,
how far in the hole were you? Like a couple
80K.
G's? Oh, oh.
Yeah, yeah,
What do you do? What do you do? What do you like? What?
80K. And that was over.
The
That was over a span of a year.
Wow.
Like I would have big wins, but like I
And then you
told
would lose it.
Yeah.
This is what separates the
Fuck.
good from the great.
People would quit
Yeah.
after that.
And I could be honest about that. I tell people all the
Bro,
time,
I
with no
lost.
shame.
I lost 1,500 and I was done. I haven't get. I think it was after March Madness. I was a couple bets I sent you that I lost.
Yeah.
I was down probably like 1,500,
Yeah.
bro. And I haven't gambled since. Cause I'm like, all right, we're doing the podcast. Obviously, I got to buy some things, so I got to chill on money. But like,
That's 80?
And the
You were
thing
not a
is,
TO.
the thing, the thing is, you don't realize. Sometimes you don't realize that, and then you check your account summary and be like, because you think you're winning
You
and
think you're
losing
coolin'.
and winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like payday, throw some money in your account.
Yeah.
Kind of gamble. So it was really just, I mean, it was just a matter of, I went on like I was playing around with it. I wasn't taking it serious when I was down that much though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was, betting like big money. I was betting like I was doing some plays. It was outrageous stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I tell people all the time, but no shame. Like people ask me, how much were you down? Like I'm glad you asked me that, because I'll tell anybody with no shame.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Do I recommend that? No, I don't recommend. I
No,
don't think that's I don't think
it's
that's
fun-
the right way to do it.
It's
People
funny. I'm
like,
the same fucking way.
everyone loves the struggle story, right? But
Yeah.
no, it's not cool. And this,
Oh
it's
yeah.
not.
No shot.
It's a good story to tell now because I'm up.
Because you're out.
But
Yeah,
imagine I
exactly.
never came up. It's just not
Exactly.
somewhere you want to start,
Right.
No,
And it doesn't have
facts.
to be that way. But I didn't take it seriously. I was doing too much. And then I really keyed in and I was like, I gotta turn this around.
Bro, I feel like people could
And
learn
that's
so
what happened.
much from you. I learned a lot from you just sitting here on the call, but like, I feel like people could learn so much from you, bro. Like, just because you just seem like you did it I hate labeling shit like that, but I feel like you did it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You came in, you took your lumps, and I mean lumps that plenty of people would have quit over, and you still
For
show
sure.
up every day. Like it's not like maybe you've missed some days gambling, but I'm damn sure you look at your ESPN app every day, look at your lines every day, and it's like you keep showing up. And then even with the Twitter, post some plays, you might go 0-3 one night. People are giving you death threats, whatever the fuck, and you show up on Twitter the next day. Show up on Twitter the
Yeah.
next day. Keep posting your plays and posting your plays. There's something that needs to be said about showing up every day. And
Nah,
if you
that's
look at the
completely-
people that
that's
are
completely
at the
facts.
top, like the Kennys, the Jerrys, yourself, even other people on gambling Twitter that I'm not mentioning, they've showed up. They lost 5K on a game. They were pushing on Twitter, this is the player of the year. They were getting trashed. They show up the next day and went 3-0. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the when it comes
Yeah.
down to it, success. Period. You look at athletes because this is what we're talking about sports anyway. Showing up every damn day, bro. I give you so much respect for that because I don't know if I can show up every day down 80K. I don't know if I
Yeah,
can do
and
it.
it's not easy. And like luckily I was able to like dig myself out of that situation. I wasn't And like I said, it was 80K over a long span of time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I felt it that much.
Nah,
Like,
it wasn't your
oh,
bank account. It was just like your
yeah, yeah.
scoreboard.
Yeah.
It was,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So like I go to my account summary, I still got money,
Mhm.
but my FanDuel
Mm,
account
Yeah,
summary
exactly.
is like, what? And some of that was more like offshore. So it wasn't like all FanDuel because it was before FanDuel was legal,
Mm.
right,
you know.
right.
So and then, it was up from there.
You just
And
climbed up.
I invested in it. I told myself like I was working, like I said, I didn't have a big fan base, whatever. It wasn't like client commission or I was like charging a bet with that money. I didn't even have that at the time. It was just I told myself how I was gonna do it. I would get paid. I would invest. It was like an investment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I invested some money and I was able to come up and then I put my system in play where I was, managing that and I was able to on my paydays I didn't have to deposit.
Mhm.
I was just kept building,
Mhm.
and I just saw my account go back into positives and I was just like it kept
That's
building. I'm like
fucking
I'm
crazy, man.
yeah, man.
So
It was a struggle though, for sure.
you made it out, climbed from the gutters.
Yeah, man.
The last thing we'll ask you before we let you go is NBA Finals matchup. Who do you got?
Suns, Bucks. But hold on one second. Now, the Clippers have been down 2-0, right?
I
We've
just
seen
said,
this movie
yo,
before.
literally
We've
was just
seen this
saying
movie
this.
before.
I don't think PG
I
has
don't
this one on
think
his own.
I don't think Kawhi is coming back. I think he
He's
has
not.
a torn ACL and they're just not saying it.
Mhm.
But without Kawhi, they're not winning the series. So I don't see them coming back. And I think the Bucks are gonna run all over the Hawks.
Really?
But it's the playoffs.
Really?
It's the playoffs. So you've seen crazier things
I
happen.
don't. I
But
think the
I
Suns
just
match
think
up
they're.
well there.
I think the Suns. I have them. I would have them winning the finals against the Bucks.
Mhm.
But I'm saying the Bucks and Hawks series that we're about to see tonight,
Oh,
like
okay,
Eastern
okay, okay.
Conference
Yeah.
Finals. It's like a matchup nightmare for the
Nah,
Hawks.
yeah, the Hawks
Yeah.
are done for. I mean,
Yeah, But
we were-
Trae Young,
we were supposed to be a matchup nightmare for the
Yeah,
Hawks. Huh?
yes. That's the thing. That's the thing, bro. The Sixers Bucks was the series I wanted to see. That's matchups you want to see.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you
Embiid
see,
and Giannis.
yeah.
Come on.
Now it's like Trae Young and the guys versus Giannis, Middleton, like Drew Holiday, and Drew Holiday gonna give Trae Young fits, but we saw what Trae Young does though, and
He's
what he did in the
cold,
Garden.
man.
Yeah,
I know you're a New York fan. I
pissed
don't
me
know if
off,
that's
bro.
Knicks,
Yeah, it is.
but
Pissed
Trae
me off,
Young,
bro.
he just
I see it all on TikTok now
That's
when
the
they're
thing,
screaming
right?
"Fuck you, Trae Young," and it's now where he turns and he's smiling.
The
He
"We
said-
Want Brooklyn" chant,
Bro, Trey,
and
you
then he
can't
didn't
show
win a
nothing but
game
love to
after.
Trey Young.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm not a
man.
part
Can't
of
show
that.
nothing
The
but love to
Father's
him.
Day
Yeah.
thing, like
I showed
Yeah.
him. I showed him the utmost respect when he was at Oklahoma, man, because he went to Oklahoma. They were unranked. He took that team. They ended up being a top 5 team in the nation that year. He led the nation in
man.
points and assists. They obviously fell off in the tournament time, but he's shown that he was that dude.
he
Yeah.
was,
Hostile
yeah.
environments, only kind of player on his team, and
He's a little guy,
a little
too.
guy. Like,
Little
and
dude.
he a bitch for real. Sometimes in some
Yeah,
aspects,
yeah,
I ain't
nah,
gonna
for
lie,
sure,
but he's
for sure.
cold. He's
He talks
cold.
so
and I
much
can't.
shit, but then he come back and kill you.
Yup,
so you gotta
exactly.
Yeah, like
respect
when
it.
he said after the Knicks series, he was like, "Oh, I hear they do a lot of shows here. And whenever there's shows,
Yeah,
you
I
take
had
a
to
bow." So I'm like,
yeah,
oh.
like, that is crazy alone. And when he said, "We'll see you in the A,"
Yeah.
and then they went and kicked their
Ass
ass.
in the A. I say, let's go,
Atlanta.
Trey.
Yeah,
let's
like
go.
that's crazy though.
Well,
Like,
it's
that's
funny.
crazy.
Not even as a Knicks fan, I took Knicks in 5 in that series because in their regular season matchup, they went 3-0, and Randall was averaging over 30 points. I mean, and you thought it was going to be like I was saying on here. I'm like, I'm not worried about the Hawks. Are you kidding me? They killed him, and Randall just has to show
what
out.
did I say?
And then Randall just didn't show out. That's all. That's all that happened.
I thought the Knicks were gonna win that series.
Really?
At least 6 games.
I
I
was begging him
said-
to bet me $100 in the series.
I took
You can
him.
go back to the tweets. I was begging him.
I took
love the
them
Hawks in the
after
series.
they lost. I got better odds on them winning the series after they lost and winning 4 straight, winning 4-1. I took those odds as well. I mean, I doubled down on all that because I was like, bro, Randall just has to show up.
He just never showed
He never
up.
showed up.
I bet on him, like, he can't have back-to-back games, back-to-back bad games. And I'm like, all right, he can't have back to back to back to back
you
bad
feel me?
games. And he just kept proving me wrong. He kept saying, "Yeah, I could. I'm gonna show you I could." I'm just like, all right, man. Like you got like 40-year-old D Rose, the best player on the team. It
now.
can't happen, man.
Bro,
It can't
what?
happen. Yeah. So I was expecting that, but now I'm rocking. I got the Suns.
Yep.
I had the Nets, but
Yeah, that's
injuries
unfortunate.
happen.
That's just
And you know, what Katie keeps saying, my big ass foot.
Yeah, right,
Yeah, I was
right,
watching that.
right.
That foot cost me like $12K.
Nah.
Wow.
And you know, it's the worst part. I had, it was over 48.5. I gave out the 44.5 and the 48.5 to like my VIP. He had 48 points with that too. He didn't score in OT one time.
Yeah, he didn't. Oh my god.
And that
You needed a
three
point.
would have made it 49.
Nah, you would have hit it.
Oh
Oh,
my
It was plus a
god.
So I even with that shot, I'm thinking like, what? I already won. KD not scoring in OT 5 minutes after he just dropped 48 points. That's unheard of.
yeah.
Didn't score in 5
Oh
minutes. I was
my
just-
fucking
god.
That's the heartbreaks though. That's
Yeah.
Exactly.
H&T, 9
Like,
letters, baby.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yup. That's what it
Wow.
is. So it's like,
That's
man,
fucking
that's
crazy, bro.
insane, right? So I
'Cause
got people at me like, let's go, we up big. I'm like,
Chill out.
Yeah,
Chill
don't,
out.
don't say
my
it.
KD
God.
doesn't score in 5 minutes of overtime. I'm like, man. But you know, it's things like that. Like it makes it fun, and it's things that shouldn't happen. Like Will Barton, the other he
Yeah,
had
bro.
25 points.
Yup.
That was a crazy play for me,
Yup.
and he got a layup in garbage time layup to get 25. Like that's what makes it fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's just those type of things. But
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for stopping in and chatting with us, giving us some great insight. We appreciate you so much, and we want to just put this out there that this is definitely not going to be the last time that we reach out to you to talk to you about these things.
For sure, bro. Like you seem like a
Definitely.
cool ass dude, man. And
nah, for sure.
and
man.
we're all around the area. I think me, you, and Kenny. Us, you
Yeah.
and Kenny. So I mean,
Facts.
we'll see. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. Go win some more bets.
Facts. You guys live in Philly?
Yeah,
we're 10 minutes from the city.
We might
10
have
minutes
to
from
go
the
to the
city.
casino one
Yeah,
time.
I was- I was-
I be at parks all the
Oh,
time.
come on. All right, yeah, we're
I
going to
be
be
at
in your
parks all the time.
we're going to be in your DMs.
Yeah, I'll be
We'll
at
figure
parks
some
all
shit
the
out.
time. So yeah,
Um,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
for
we'll
sure.
hit you up on the DMs and everything.
Say
I know
no
baseball
more.
season is in full swing right now. I know you're a baseball guy, so hopefully we can, as the season progresses, we'll get you back on and talk from that and hear from you on that front. But other than that, we'll be in your DMs, and Parks is waiting for us. So
For sure.
Definitely. Just let me know.
yes,
For sure.
love it.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man. You take
Yeah.
care. Have a great day.
Appreciate you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Definitely. Damn, what a fucking bro. Yeah, we had like.
All right, I'm gonna just come out here and say right now, we're not gonna talk about the other bullshit that we said. We kind of talked a little about Ben Simmons. I
about
wanted
Suns a
to
little
talk
bit.
about. We want to talk about the Suns. I wanted to talk
had a
about.
fucking great conversation.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is what I've been alluding to, that why I love having guests like that come on is because we don't necessarily have to talk about the topics that everybody else is talking about, right? So we can talk more about them and direct all the stuff to them instead of saying, just the basic things. Oh, well, there was a lob that put the Suns up by, with time expiring that won them the game, and now they're up 2-0 and the Clippers have to go do this all over again for the back-to-back series. We don't want to say all of that every single time. The only other thing we wanted to talk about was the Lightning, but Stanley Cup Finals are coming, and we're going to get to it. We just love having guests on, and what I keep saying every single time is, if you want to grow, you got to find somebody bigger than you, and we just continue to do that and continue to make these great relationships. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about what we've been talking about with Kenny, but you know what I'm talking about. And now to hear,
he was giving me ideas, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. When he was talking about the gambling thing, I'm like, bro, I'm about to just deposit like just 10 and just see what happens. Like,
see what you do.
Start small, put 20 in.
We can just take the same picks and just figure it out.
We'll see what happens. I mean, bro, we'll see, man.
Whatever, bro.
They're giving me ideas. Just little segments we can do here and there,
Yeah,
like
totally.
because gambling's something that we do. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah, no, we do it. I take Kenny's picks
So,
all the fucking time.
probably something we should add into the show a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, 100%. And just what I was saying about the relationship front, just about you guys live near Philly, like let's go to park.
But
Like, bro,
We're
what?
gonna
Like,
link. We're gonna link.
yeah, bro. And you know what I'm talking about with Kenny, bro. So,
Bro, for the finals,
Hey man, for the finals, we might as well get to Kenny right now. Hey, my boy El Capitan. Kenny, what's up, man? For the finals, we pull up for a game to Parks, just for one game. We'll all have our tickets and some drinks. You feel me? Talk some shit about Ben Simmons.
Get the camera going,
Ben Simmons will probably be, oh, you can't do that in there, bro. They'll kick you right out. Yeah, you can't do that in there. Can't do none of that. Like, bro, you can barely be on your phone in the casino, bro.
That's ass. We can't get a picture, bro.
I mean, like, as long as you're not near the tables, you're cool. But if you're near the tables, bro, oh my god. You'll get kicked. Like
well, I mean, we're gonna have to get it.
We'll find it. We'll find a way.
We're not teasing too much.
We'll find a way.
That's just. I mean,
we started talking too much on air anyway.
Yeah, it's just shocking to me that we're able to create these relationships, and it's not like a, oh hi, question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5.
Right.
Thank you so much. See you later.
Just feels like a barbershop conversation.
You know, we're chatting, we're saying hello, we're thanking them, we're chatting, and then it turns into, wow, you guys are fucking awesome. This was great. Thank you. Let's link. Like,
yeah, that
fuck?
Like what?
So, and I know we've been seeing a lot of love. I want to shout the show handles right here. I know we've been seeing a lot of love on the Twitter. Thank you guys so much. I didn't even know the DMs weren't even open. So if you guys want to hit us up on the Twitter DMs, you can head over to @ADED Podcast on Twitter. The DMs are fucking open if you guys want to just talk to us, ask us how we're doing this. We had a guy yesterday just saying that we're an inspiration and asking us how we got started. So we're totally open to answering those questions. I know that, you know,
we love hearing from everyone.
We only have fucking like 280 followers on Twitter, but
from everyone, bro.
You know, we're gonna answer you. He was like the guy that said this, so generous, so many kind words, was just like, you know, I appreciate you for answering. What do you mean? We're not just gonna ditch you. We're not gonna just dish that.
I want to, because we want to hear from our people, bro. Every week on Instagram, I post that little poll. Let us know what we're doing good. Let us know what you want to see more. What do you want to hear from? So we want to hear from y'all. Like this is y'all show just as much as it's ours. Because if you guys come to us with a topic that's an interesting topic, we're going to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
100%. I don't know. We try our best to try to keep you guys involved. Just keep hitting us up. Keep telling us what you think, what you like, what you don't like, man. We're gonna keep working, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's just for y'all. You know what I mean? I don't hop on this mic waiting up till 4 o'clock in the morning for. I mean, it is for me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But it's for y'all though. It's for y'all. I could hear a lot of people like, all right, man, you do this, you don't do this, any of this for you. Like, nah.
You could hear the tweets coming in.
Yeah, I could hear.
Remember when the one dude that said the with the, what the fuck am I saying? The Embiid MVP clip, and he's like, "Come on, Manny, we know you're a Sixers fan."
No. That was valid. I was actually like making a valid point there.
Yeah.
But I digress, man.
It's fine. But seriously, we will answer you guys. It's cool to see that we have people that want to, you know, get some insight from us. So it makes us feel good, and to know that you guys actually are invested in what we're doing and listening to what we're saying and everything means a lot. So stay tuned. You know, just keep listening and everything like that. If you want to follow the Instagram, posting some clips and hopefully getting some pictures of us with the guys and on there as well, so you guys can see that, you know, again, we're real people. So the Instagram is @ADEDPod. And like I said, the giveaway is finally complete. We can send those out by the end of the week. Everyone should have everything, okay? That's the end of the week. Today is Wednesday, so you probably won't see this until maybe Saturday or Sunday, but by that time, the giveaway winners will have everything they need. So just a huge shout out and thank you to everyone that was a part of that. And
shout out Low Man Hefe, baby. Shout out Seamus, baby. Yes,
appreciate you guys. Yes, Mike Pagliaro should be getting his bottle today, actually.
And
so
Mike, my fault, Mike, my boy. My fault, Mike.
So appreciate you guys. If you want to check out the Facebook page, it's literally the same shit that's going on in the Instagram. Clips in here, clips in there, wherever. That's just simply the name of the show, the All Day Everyday Show. And we're trying to grow TikTok immensely to take it to just insane levels.
All the socials, man.
So if you want to follow the TikTok, we're doing some other stuff on there. We're doing some just little stupid clips from Tea Party and clips here and there. We got to hop on some trends. Manny and I actually got to go do a TikTok right now. I didn't even tell him about that. He has no fucking idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we're doing what we can. Follow us on the socials and just stay up with us. Stay up to date with what we're doing. And you know, I'm still kind of at a loss for words right now, just because we're creating these connections that we can you know, talk to all the time. And I don't want to say too much, but it's so surreal.
It just feels good, man.
It's so surreal to be in this position, and we thank you so much. You motherfucker, you knocked down the sign. But we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys. It means the world to have you guys right at our side, patting us on the back as we just take this long journey. Like Thomas said, just it's you got to start somewhere, and you got to put your mind to it and do it. So stay great, be great, because you fucking are. Let's do this thing, baby. You've been listening to the All Day Everyday Show with All Day AJ and Manny Ruffin. My name is Alex Jacobs, but you can call me All Day AJ. Peace, baby.
We'll see you next week, man.